Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Virtuosa the Goddess, and if you're wondering where my name came from, because most people are like, what is Virtuosa? Well, Virtuosa is my middle name. My father, God rest his soul, he sat up all night trying to figure out a name to name me. He looked in a dictionary and he liked the word virtuous. Or virtuoso, and that is one who's skilled in the arts. A virtuous woman, I know you've heard of that. So I'm the feminine principle of a virtuoso or a virtuous one. So welcome to Virtuosa the Goddess's channel. And I focus on twin flames because I am a starseed light worker twin flame. I awakened to this journey in October of last year, so I am a newbie. So support by hitting the like button. Please subscribe. Also, if you need to contact me for a personal reading, my email is in the description box. And also I have my sister's link in the description box, her channel. But welcome. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me today, and I appreciate it. So first, before we start off with the reading, I just wanted to do a reading. Over the past few days, I've been going through a lot of purging. So I skipped a few days, and I apologize for not coming to keep the torchlight on for our community. But the purging was a bit much. The energy was very, very heavy and very, very dark. And I did not want to necessarily spread that amongst the community because I feel like most people have their own triggers and things that they're going through in their lives. And so when I can be of service, that's when I choose to come forward. And so here I am, but I did want to let you know that if you have been experiencing any energies regarding fears, your deepest, darkest fears, any dark energy of doubt, that you are not alone. A lot of the community have been experiencing this. And I'll tell you, when I did see the ray of sunshine was when I just said, hey, why don't I put on rose-colored glasses and just pretend that none of this, that my world isn't crashing before me. And as soon as I did that, the wheel didn't spin, but the wheel started to turn to let me know that that was the right direction. So I know this sounds bonkers, but if you're in a bad position anytime, just think and pretend that it is not happening. Because I pulled cards and it was as if not to fight against the currents was the message. I don't get into, I pulled from the Psychic Tarot deck, so I didn't get into what it was. I think it was obstacles and challenges in reverse. So I was thinking it was something that I needed to do, but it was more of a state of mind that I needed to be in to look at the situation from a different perspective. So I hope that sharing is useful for you guys. And I also wanted to get into the Divine Masculine. I just know a couple days ago, well, today is the 30th, and we do have a new moon coming in tonight. My Divine Masculine reached out, not physically, but spiritually through songs. It's songs that, like the nickname that he calls me, that song came on the radio in multiple versions. So it was very sweet. And then another song that I always thought about when I thought about happy times, us having happy times together. So that was just a spiritual connection, and I felt his presence. I saw it through numbers, his favorite number, things like that. So I just wanted to let you know, be aware of that if you are not in communication with your masculine. But if you are, awesome. Keep up the good work. Okay, so let's get into first. I just want to thank the Almighty Creator of all the gods and goddesses, and I just want to ask that you be present and bless this reading. I want to call on some of the ancient gods and goddesses. I want to call on Amun. I want to call on Noon, Amen Ra Ptah, Atum, Nut, Jeb, Shu, Asar, Aset, and Haru, who is present on the table. That's the Holy Trinity. I want to call on the archangels, the Elohim, the ascended masters, any guides from the fifth dimension and above, any of my star seed entities that want to come forth with messages. And this represents my guides, my feathers, because they leave me feathers in the park. My indigenous ancestors. I want to call on all indigenous ancestors that serve my highest good. And I want to thank you guys for being present. And let's start with the inner realms tarot deck. So what we want to know is, let's pull for the Divine Feminine's current energy. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is just growth, development, invention, progress. We are improving on our skills. At this time, most of our feminines, we're making progress when it comes to our mission, our businesses. We're being very conscientious as to what we're doing. We're really focusing on our pentacles right now. So we're at the Eight of Pentacles. We've got 2 more steps to go to reach the 10 of Pentacles. But for every brick that's laid, we're building towards that foundation. So just stay determined. Don't give up, Divine Feminine. Let's just keep moving no matter how dark or what happens, what's thrown our way, because we're here for it. We are here for it. So let's ask, where is the Divine Masculine energy at this time? That card didn't come out, but this one did. So we have the 9 of Wands in reverse. So stagnation for them is over. Everybody was at a stagnant period for a while. He was feeling tired. He was fatigued. He has some energy now. He's the Divine Masculine, he or she. They are rev to go too as well. Wands. So that is, they're really making progress because they're in the Wands right now instead of the Pentacles. So right now they are focusing, right now the Divine Masculine are focusing on let's see, this is a new deck for me. I don't have my glasses. Hold on, let me get my glasses for a second. I'm blind as a bat without. Awesome, got my glasses. Sorry. Oh, and then there was some right there. Sorry about that. So where they were being overly cautious, now they're ready to just move forward with their endeavors. Let's clarify what they want to move forward on. Let me grab my other deck here. My other deck. So, they're moving pretty swiftly. And let's see what towards. So I'm going to use my Tarot deck. So, what is the masculine moving towards? Oh, and we have accelerated motion. That's confirming the same card. But you see that star? They could be moving towards their North Star, which is your North Node, your purpose for being reincarnated in this lifetime, for being incarnated in this lifetime. So, let's see if we can get even more clarity. We have material harvest. So they're moving in accelerated motion towards their material harvest. So that is exactly what the Divine Feminine is doing. And at the bottom of the deck, we have destiny, which in this represents, I want to say, the Wheel of Fortune. Because as I stated earlier, that I felt the wheel turn. Now it didn't spin, but it turned. As I moved away from mental conflict, which is the next card, I felt the destiny. I felt the situation turn around. So, let's see, what's the energy between the twins right now? We have the Ten of Cups. So this represents family, everything, fortune, happiness, our desires. So both, right now, the twins are both working towards our happy spaces, coming together and just getting our lives in order to be able to come together is where we are. So, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Cups. This is wishes fulfilled, our desires, luxury, contentment, everything. So that is where the twins are right now as far as that's concerned. Let's see, what can we ask Spirit? Well, since we have a new moon, I wanted to pull Moonology cards. I know a new moon in Virgo is a time to give rather than to take. So that would be something that we could focus on at this time. Also setting intentions, like what do you want this cycle? What do you want to do about your life? Like, where direction do you want it to go in? What is your desired feeling that you want to accomplish? Like, not just a goal, but how would that goal make you feel is the main thing. That's the main thing of manifestation, is having that vibration match your outcome that you're desiring. So it's not just the goal, because if you go and you get on a bike and you start to spin the wheels, but the chain is broken, you can work as hard and be going towards trying to get down the street. But if it's not all And I'm hearing the word momentum. If you don't have the momentum going, or, you know, once you get it started, keep up the momentum, then it's not going to matter if you want to get down the street. The whole point is the feeling, feel that feeling of as if you've already obtained the goal. Like it's already here. I'm just putting in the work. So that's how you could manifest your goals at this point, at this time, during this new moon. I've already did my ritual to release things that didn't serve me, fears and things like that. So now I can just focus on my desired outcomes. And here we have, you are very close to achieving your goals. And I really feel that because I'm making a conscious decision, because remember, Divine Feminines, we have the Conscientious card, which was our first card that we pulled, which was the Eight of Pentacles, invention, conscientious. I'm being very conscientious at this moment as to what I'm manifesting, because I don't need any more mental conflict. And be bold and make the first move. So, that may resonate with some of you guys who are watching this. If you're feeling the need to reach out to your divine counterpart, you can do so. So, let's pull a card, another one of these Moonology cards, and I'm putting this for the energy between the twins, because this could be for the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine. And it says luck is on your side. So right now, luck is on our side. So what are you going to do with it? What are you going to manifest now that you have luck on your side? Divine Lovers. What do we plan to do with that? So let me pull a regular, see what angels we have, or what this deck by Radley Valentine wants to tell us. Let me shuffle it a bit. See if we have any angels, and specifically that are helping us at this time. Ooh, and this one just fell out. Ego. So we have to keep our egos in check at this time. Archangel Jophiel. I never call on this angel for some reason. I can never remember this name. I have to remember him. So this is what I was dealing with the past 2 weeks. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. This is what we are eliminating at this time. We're going to eliminate these thoughts because they do not serve us. I realized today, and as soon as I realized that lesson, it was like it passed over. But I had been holding on to my worst fears, and they were deep rooted from maybe 10 years ago. It was surreal. But as soon as I decided, like, well, what do I have to lose if I send those fears away and do not concentrate on those? What could I manifest? And I manifested that mustard seed that I needed to hold on to faith. I didn't manifest a complete turnaround, as I said. I manifested the will to start moving, which is enough for me to be grateful and hopeful. And then, as I was saying, I've been hearing the word momentum. So with that grain of hope and that tiny blessing, which I feel is a huge blessing because I'm so grateful for any movement forward, I feel as though I'm going to ride that wave and keep that momentum going. So we're going to, both parties, both the divine masculine and divine feminines, we're going to release any of our egos, because that will not serve us in this lifetime at all. Ego has a place, and we can thank it for having protected us as a child and in situations that we could not handle. But as divine beings, we know that our egos take a back seat to our higher self, because the ego is the lower self. And in my culture, or what I study, the lower self is the devil. So that can take a back seat. And then we have the moon. We have Archangel Hanael. We're getting downloads from higher realms and our Creator. Events are going on behind the scenes. I had a dream, you guys. The dream was so surreal. It was on the 27th. It was a lot of fighting going on. It was the 26th or the 27th. I do keep a journal. And it was like in a concert hall, small concert hall. And I believe I was with my mother, who I consider to be a soulmate. We're very close. We have issues, but we're very close. We were together, and it was a fight, and it was maybe like 7 to 20 people. It was a small little brawl. And I was like, hey, guys, we don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. What is going on? And they were like, leave the building. Like it had nothing to do with me, but it was a fight. And I believe that these angels are fighting for us in the upper realms. And all we have to do is maintain that hopeful vibe and know that our divine Creator has our back. And we just move forward. Because remember, 3D, we're in an illusion. This is an illusion. This skin that you see is just my costume. I am a spirit talking to you. You are a spiritual being. We're having a human experience. We came to have a human experience, but we must not forget that we are spiritual beings. So this says release fears that hold you back. And that's just what I was talking about. I released my fears. So, and we have two number 9s. The 1 plus 8 is 9, and this is a 9. And when I study it's not the basic numerology, but it's supreme mathematics that's born. It's like birth. It's like birthing something. So, and I feel that right now. So let's pull one more card and see what other angels we have that want to come out for us. Angels and messages, please give us another angel or message. Ooh. Strength. Archangel Ariel, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. And it's the number 11 card. So these are major arcana. So we're going through a major change. Let me take a look at these again. Yeah, we have major arcana. We have ego, which is the devil, the moon, and the strength card. So throughout all these secret and closed off doors that we thought were closed, and emotions and fears and things that have been holding us back, we must have strength, great inner strength. It's a beautiful card. So, and before I close, and then we have Archangel Gabriel sitting on the bottom of the deck, awakening, the number 12 card. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Remember when I was talking about the different perspective, I was thinking, if I change my perspective, what's the worst that can happen? Well, this ish could get better. And that's exactly what happened. And I love it when the divine speaks to me or shows me when I'm on the right path or when a decision that I've made is the right direction. So it is not to think the worst case scenario or what has happened in the past regarding any situations, even with your divine counterpart. It is to move forward and think the what if all this ish goes right? Or all this ish is going right. So that is the way that we're going to choose to think. And I know that's cliche. Let's just think positive, but hey, because as I just placed my cards down and I looked at these, 4 of fire. And this is wands, this is air energy. But look at that card. And this is having to do with those solar plexus. Look at that yellow in there. Contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So as we're speaking of holding those happy thoughts and bring in all of the abundance that's up in the upper realms, in the higher realms, that we need to bring down in the 3D so that we can begin to move forward on our mission. But see, because I feel like at this moment in time, we're going through initiations constantly. Initiations is like invitations to elevate spiritually. Every time we're given tests or testing times in our lives, that is the opportunity for us to grow spiritually or to elevate. And constant and positive energy brings about constant elevation. So positive energy helps us to elevate. So we must ignore the 3D. Or if it calls for a situation where you're to have action, where you're always in action, you're in thought and action, because that's your masculine and your feminine. That's blending the two together, the thoughts and then the action. So the idea of creativity and then the action upon that thought or that creativity is activating your masculine and your feminine. So, but at the same time, keeping those vibes, if you can't get them at high, just keeping them neutral is a good way to pass initiation, so you don't have to repeat a cycle over. So for the romance angels, we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. As we let go of the old ideas of what we feel that our counterpart was, because as you know, we're growing and we're elevating constantly. So we must let go of any negative thoughts that you have of your counterpart. Anything that they've done, you must forgive them and move on. And a clean slate. We all need a clean slate. So let's see. So what does the divine masculine want to tell the divine feminine at this time? Is there any message that the divine masculine wants to tell the divine feminine? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So the divine masculine just wants us, divine feminines, to open our hearts to love, to forget all of the negative thoughts regarding any past cycles, and open up to receive the new love that the divine masculine has to bring. Is there any messages that the divine feminine, higher self, wants to give the divine masculine? Divine feminine I want to tell the divine masculine that stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, the divine feminine just wants the masculine to know that he needs to remain positive. And faith will bring romance to this connection. At this time, this peaked out. Finances and career are a factor in our love life. Everybody's working on their pentacles. So that may be an issue right now for the twins. Everybody's trying to manifest stability in their lives. So that may be what is going on right now. And right now the feminines are not feeling very loved because I see are not feeling a lot of love for the divine masculine because of all of the past cycles. Because unrequited love wants to peak out. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And you see where that divine masculine is kissing her on her hand and she's like, yeah, whatever. But that is because of all of the heartaches and hardships that the divine feminine has gone through in these past cycles with the divine masculine. And that's why, ladies, gentlemen, divine masculines, divine feminines, both counterparts, it is important to disconnect from the world. Spend some time and resolve any issues mentally that you have with anybody for that matter that is holding you back, because the more darkness that we release, the more light can come in. So if you're having any ill feelings regarding your masculine or your feminine, this is a good time to release it. Release it. Forgive. Clean slate. It's like when someone goes to prison and they get out. What's the use in them doing the time if they're going to continue to do the time once they're released from prison? So forgive the masculine, because it helps us to release any heartache or anything, any negative feelings, and we don't have to suffer anymore. And once we get rid of those negative feelings, then we can allow positive ones to come in. So it's so important to release any harsh judgment or any negative feelings, so that, and it keeps your heart chakra open. It helps open it wider. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I do love you very much. I may not know you. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a comment. And be kind to newbies. Some of the other readers are not realizing that the most important part when they are scrutinizing channels is that the most important part is that the divine feminine and masculines are on mission. So everybody has a starting point. So please support the channels of the newbies. I try to as well, because I'm a newbie, so I try to support the other newbies. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful weekend, a wonderful, safe, fun weekend. Keep those happy vibes. Choose love, choose peace, choose happiness. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Email me if you like. And till the next time, peace.